One evening, he overheard a bit of conversation that gave him a clue about the mysterious substance. Shewa talked about an old Baba who lived deep in the forest, a man known for his powerful mixtures. Imole knew this was his chance. If he could find the herbalist, maybe he could stop the substance or even use it against Shewa. The hard part was getting away from Shewa's watchful eye long enough to make the trip. Imole pretended to be sick, slowly at first, then more convincingly. He stumbled while doing chores, coughed sadly, and even fell down dramatically. Shewa, though annoyed, didn't want a sick servant. She told him to rest and get his strength back, giving him a rare break. Late one night, when Shewa and her friends were busy partying, it seemed they had taken too much wine. Imole saw his chance, so he quietly left the house. The town was quiet and the streets were empty. Imole moved quickly, feeling both scared and hopeful. The forest was dark and scary, but Imole didn't stop. He walked through thick bushes, remembering bits of the way. Hours passed, and just when he began to lose hope, he found a small old hut. Smoke was coming out of the chimney, and it smelled like herbs. Imole carefully knocked on the old door. It creaked open, and an old man with sharp eyes looked at him. "I know why you were here," the old man said. "Come in." Imole quickly told his story. The old man listened quietly. When Imole finished, he nodded. "Adeshawa's power is very strong," the old man said. "She uses more than just potions. But there is a way to break free, though it won't be easy." The old man gave Imole a small bottle with a shimmering liquid. This will stop her potion. Imole thanked the old man and hurried back to town, holding the bottle tightly. The first light of dawn was coming up as he slipped back into Adeshawa's house. He hid the bottle and went back to his chores, waiting for the right moment. Days turned into weeks, and Imole acted like the perfect servant. Adeshawa didn't know his secrets and kept showing off her control over him to her friends. Finally, the moment came. Adeshawa invited her friends over again. Imole made the meals as usual, but this time he added the liquid from the bottle to the dish he knew Adeshawa would eat. He served the meal, waiting for her to eat the food. Adeshawa looked at him closely and told him to join her on the table. This has never happened before in the years of their marriage. So why should Adeshawa invite him over to join her? He became skeptical that Adeshawa was already aware of what happened. He was actually right. Truly, Adeshawa had seen him put the potion in her meal. That was why she invited him over to dine with her. This time, when he saw that Adeshawa had caught him, he wanted to man up and confront Adeshawa. But unfortunately, he only fell on his knees and begged Adeshawa for forgiveness. Adeshawa went close to him and pampered him, saying that she has already forgiven him, but he shouldn't try it anymore because her eyes are all over the house. Imole went back to his state of humility once again and couldn't understand what just played out. Adeshawa's friends watched in amazement at the drama that just played out. They knew Adeshawa was very powerful, but they underestimated her authority and control over Imole. Her friends began to hail her because Shewa had successfully recruited almost all her friends into her occultic group. But there was one person Adeshawa was yet to convince and recruit because of her family values. Her name is Adebisi. Bisi came from a family who held on to their family values strongly. So it was difficult for Adeshawa to break her easily. She felt with time, Bisi would join the gang. Bisi witnessed all the display of Adeshawa and her friends and how they controlled their husbands with dark powers, but she was never in support of it. So Bisi took it upon herself to help Imole. One day, Bisi came to the house and found that Imole was all alone in the house with Adeshawa being away. She had a deep conversation with Imole. Your name is Imole, which means light, but how is it that you are entangled with darkness? She asked him. Imole then told her how it all happened. From there, she knew it was his greed that landed him in that position. Notwithstanding, she was ready to help him get out of the dilemma he brought on himself. I know a very powerful man of God that can help you. You can't fight Adeshawa all alone. You need a higher power to help you. Imole's eyes widened as he listened to Bisi explain things to him. One day, Imole decided to find this man of God. He heard that a big church program was happening soon, one known for miracles and freedom. With hope, Imole went to the church. The church was full of people looking for help. The man of God, Pastor Ayo, stood at the front, looking calm and powerful. As the service went on, the room felt full energy of God's power. When it was time for prayers, Imole felt both helpless and hopeful. He stepped forward, his heart pounding. Pastor Ayo prayed for him. Imole felt a powerful force, a light that seemed to burn away all the darkness in him. Imole fell to the floor, feeling like a heavy weight was lifted off him. He knew he was free. The chains of Adeshawa's dark power were broken by faith and prayer. After the service, Pastor Ayo talked to Imole, offering help and support. Imole felt a peace he hadn't felt in years. He left Oluwo a changed man and never returned to that town and to Adeshawa again. He relocated to another city entirely to start a new life. This time, he was determined to live a life of honesty and goodness. He shares his past experiences and stories with the younger generation and always tells them to desist from evils. The moral lesson of the story are 1. The power of truth. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. John 8 verse 32. Imole learned that living a life based on lies and deceit led to misery and enslavement. Embracing the truth brought him freedom. 2. The importance of seeking help. Therefore, confess your sins to one another and pray for one another that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person has great power as it is working. James chapter 5 verse 16. Imole's journey to the church and seeking Pastor Ayo's help shows the importance of reaching out for support when we are in trouble. 3. The power of prayer and faith. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. Imole's deliverance was possible through the power of prayer and faith in God. This story highlights that with faith, we can overcome even the darkest situations. Imole's story became a powerful testament in Oluwo. He shared his experiences, warning others against deceit and encouraging them to seek truth and faith. His life, once a web of lies, was now a beacon of hope and redemption. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you do enjoy the tale. If so, kindly like and share with your family and friends. Please leave a comment on it and do subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell for more enchanting tales like this. Goodbye.